I told you we are going to hit a lot of topics today.
Great.
But one of
Sounds
the
good.
things I want to go into is something you're certified in, skilled and trained in is HeartMath and heart
Mhm.
coherence. And I really do think this is an important matter and something so overlooked, of course, by conventional medicine, but by most people in general. Can you go into the importance of this idea of heart coherence?
Absolutely. And thank you for bringing that up. One of my favorite things to talk about now. So, I would say this to start, it's incredible that when you can tune into your own body and your own system and slowly over time reset your own imbalanced nervous system from a stress mode to a more balanced state of being, how much healing you can get just from that. And I was starting to understand it just with the work, the biofeedback machines I use, the energy machines, the bioresonance testing, all of these, the meditations I do, all of this. But then I did get my HeartMath practitioner certification, and it brought a whole new level of healing for me in the last couple of years. I've been doing HeartMath in some version every day, along with some other techniques. And they what the studies have shown is basically that when you focus on your heart and breathe and meditate through your heart and bring up, and you don't have to force it, because obviously anytime you try to force the wrong emotion or suppress an emotion, you go right into your head with negative thoughts.
Mhm.
So it's real about bringing in, something that you really love. Like, obviously it's easy for me. I have two little kids. So,
Yep.
I have a little scrumptious baby. Oh, it's easy to, but, bringing something in that you love and really feeling the resonance of the heart, because human beings do have this incredible, innate, deep, profound capacity to love,
Mhm.
that we can start shifting our physiology over time. So once when you start to meditate and become calmer in the heart, you create something called improved heart rate variability. Heart rate variability is just measured. It's mathematical. It's measured within the wave of our everyday heartbeat. And there's actually supposed to be some variation in rhythm. And what's really interesting is HeartMath's taken that heart rate variability and created something. It's a mathematical number, but it's called heart coherence.
Mhm.
So it's actually um, how resonant your heart really is, so that the wave pattern form of your heart with its rhythm and beating is very smooth and even, just to keep it real simple.
Mhm.
And the more heart coherence and the more that also correlates to more increased heart rate variability has shown to increase resilience, increase longevity, increase feelings of wellness, reduce anxiety, increase levels of DHEA, which is a really important hormone for vitality in both men and women and overall well-being. So there's a lot we can talk about with it. Um, and so I love it because it's such a simple technique, and there's some different versions of it. But once you get into the state where you start to feel your own heart coherence, and it's cool because you can get an app and a tool from HeartMath and just measure it. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, my heart coherence is going up. You start to notice, like, I'm not in that state right now. I can put myself in that state and make better decisions from that state in my life and just start to feel better. And I like that too, because we all go through our thoughts. And as I said, we all have these core beliefs, and it's easy to go into negative thinking. Um, if we say, oh, this thought's bad, and we suppress it too much, we're just going to think more. So I think having techniques is a great way to actually start naturally shifting our day-to-day movement, or to be able to shift out of a really negative state if we're stuck in it. And what I absolutely loved at Joe Dispenza's retreat is he's taken HeartMath and heart coherence to another level. I mean, we do know that the heart also entrains with the brain, and then this is talked about in HeartMath. And so you create more coherence in the brain. He's so focused on brain coherence with the heart coherence, so creating them at the same time. He has incredible guided meditations for that. And it seems that in that state of, like, when you really have this oneness of coherence between the heart and the brain, it's a state that you can potentially help heal others and heal yourself in.
Mhm.
So that's like a focus state for a lot of his, coherence healing,
Right.
and it's really interesting.
I mean, it's true, and we know this very well. So much of what we do is staying in our own heads, right? And
Oh,
ruminating
yes.
and letting the
Predating.
monkey
Yes.
mind go crazy. I swear my monkey mind is just the loudest, and we need to silence. But how do you do that? You got to tap into the heart, which has a stronger electrical voltage, they know, and really guides so much of our intuition of, following your heart is
Yeah.
not just a saying in a
Yeah.
sense. There is something more to it. There is science. There is medicine to that. So I love that idea of staying in coherence and using technology to do it. It's not just woo woo, and that's so much of what the
Yeah.
unfortunate word of alternative medicine has gotten into this idea
Right.
of kind of woo woo.
Yeah.
But it also spans so much of what we knew throughout history, ancient civilizations knew.